Greetings, Sage Parasara. I have a few questions about astrology. I have heard that it is the supreme limb of the Vedas and that it is divided into 3 parts: Hora, Ganita, and Samhita. I am eager to learn more about this science from you. Can you please tell me how the universe was created, how it will end, and what the relationship is between the animals on earth and the heavenly bodies? Your questions are good, Maitreya. They show that you are interested in the welfare of the universe. I will gladly answer them for you. First, let us pray to Lord Brahma, the creator of the universe, and to Sri Saraswati, his consort. Let us also pray to the sun god, the leader of the planets and the cause of creation. Now let us begin with the creation of the universe. In the beginning, there was only Lord Vishnu, the imperishable, the undefiled, the one without a beginning. He is the cause of the universe, and he sustains it with a quarter of his power. The other 3/4 of him are filled with nectar, and are knowable only to the most wise philosophers. Lord Vishnu has 3 powers: Sri Sakti, Bhoo Sakti, and Neela Sakti. Sri Sakti is the power of goodness, Bhoo Sakti is the power of passion, and Neela Sakti is the power of darkness. Lord Vishnu, coupled with Sri Sakti, rules over the 3 worlds. Coupled with Bhoo Sakti, he becomes Brahma, the creator of the universe. Coupled with Neela Sakti, he becomes Shiva, the destroyer of the universe. The Lord is in all beings, and the entire universe is in him. All beings contain both Jeevatma and Paramatma amsas. Jeevatma is the individual soul, and Paramatma is the universal soul. Some beings have more Jeevatma, while others have more Paramatma. The planets, the sun, and the moon all have more Paramatma. Their powers or consorts also have more Paramatma. Other beings have more Jeevatma. I have now told you about the creation of the universe and the relationship between the earth and the heavenly bodies. I hope you are satisfied with my answers. Thank you, Sage Parasara. Your answers have been very enlightening. I am now eager to learn more about astrology. You are welcome, Maitreya. I am glad to see that you are eager to learn. In the next chapter, I will tell you about the great incarnations of Lord Vishnu. Greetings, Sage Parasara. In the previous chapter, you told me about the creation of the universe and the relationship between the earth and the heavenly bodies. I am now curious to learn more about the great incarnations of Lord Vishnu. Can you please tell me if they are endowed with Jivamsa, the individual soul? You are right to be curious, Maitreya. The incarnations of Lord Vishnu are a fascinating subject. To answer your question, yes, some of them are endowed with Jivamsa. The 4 incarnations of Rama, Krishna, Narasimha, and Varaha are wholly with Paramatmamsa, the universal soul. The other incarnations have Jivamsa in them as well. Lord Vishnu has many incarnations. He has incarnated as the planets to bestow upon the living beings the results of their karmas. He is Janardana, the one who grants boons. He assumed the form of the planets to destroy the demons and sustain the divine beings. The incarnation of Rama came from the sun god, and the incarnation of Krishna came from the moon. From Mars came Narasimha, from Mercury came Buddha, from Jupiter came Vamana, from Venus came Parasurama, from Saturn came Kurma, from Rahu came Varaha, and from Ketu came Meena. All other incarnations also came through the planets. The beings with more Paramatmamsa are called divine beings, while the beings with more Jivamsa are mortal beings. The great incarnations of Lord Vishnu, such as Rama and Krishna, came from the planets. After completing their missions, they merged back into the planets. The Jivatma portions from the planets take birth as human beings and live their lives according to their karmas. Then, they merge back into the planets. At the time of the Great Destruction, the planets merge back into Lord Vishnu. I have now told you about the great incarnations of Lord Vishnu. I hope you are satisfied with my answers. Thank you, Sage Parasara. Your answers have been very enlightening. I am now eager to learn more about astrology. You are welcome, Maitreya. I am glad to see that you are eager to learn. In the next chapter, I will tell you about the planets and their characteristics. Greetings, Sage Parasara. You have explained the creation of the universe and the great incarnations of Lord Vishnu. I am now eager to learn more about the planets and their characteristics. Can you please provide details on their character and disposition? Listen carefully, Maitreya, as I describe the planets and their placement. In the vast expanse of the sky, countless luminous bodies shine brightly. Some are stars, fixed and unchanging, while others are planets, constantly moving through the constellations. The planets journey through the zodiac, which is comprised of 27 asterisms, starting with Aswini. This same area is also divided into 12 equal parts, known as the 12 rasis, starting from Aries. The rising sign on the eastern horizon is known as the Lagna, or ascendant. By understanding the ascendant and the interactions of the planets, we can deduce the good and bad effects experienced by individuals. I shall now delve into the specific characteristics of the planets, including their castes, descriptions, and dispositions. The 9 planets, in their respective order, are Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, Rahu, and Ketu. Among these planets, the Sun, Moon, Mars, decreasing moon, Rahu, and Ketu are considered malefics, while the rest are benefics. However, Mercury can act as a malefic when it is in conjunction with another malefic planet. Each planet governs specific aspects of life. The Sun governs the soul of all beings. The Moon governs the mind, emotions, and intuition. Mars governs strength, courage, and energy. Mercury governs speech, communication, and intellect. Jupiter governs knowledge, wisdom, and spirituality. Venus governs love, pleasure, and creativity. Saturn governs sorrow, hardship, and discipline. In the planetary cabinet, the Sun and Moon hold royal positions, while Mars serves as the army chief. Mercury is the prince, and Jupiter and Venus are ministers. Saturn is the servant, while Rahu and Ketu represent the army. The planets have unique complexions. The Sun is blood red, the Moon is tawny, Mars is blood red, Mercury is greenish, Jupiter is tawny, Venus is variegated, Saturn is dark. Each planet is associated with specific deities. The Sun with Agni, fire, the Moon with Varuna, water, Mars with Subramanya, Lord Shiva's son, Mercury with Vishnu, Jupiter with Indra, Venus with Sachi Devi, consort of Lord Indra, Saturn with Brahma. The planets are also classified by gender. Mercury and Saturn are neuter. The Moon and Venus are female. The Sun, Mars, and Jupiter are male. The planets govern the 5 primordial compounds. Mars governs fire, Mercury governs earth, Jupiter governs ether, Venus governs water, Saturn governs air. The planets are associated with specific castes. Jupiter and Venus are Brahmins. The Sun is Kshatriyas, royalty. The Moon and Mercury are Vaishyas, commercial community. Saturn is Shudras, laborers. The planets are categorized by their fundamental qualities. The Sun, Moon, and Jupiter are Sattvic, pure. Venus and Mercury are Rajasic, passionate. Mars and Saturn are Tamasic, ignorant. Each planet has unique physical and personality traits. The Sun has honey-colored eyes, a square body, clean habits, is intelligent, and has limited hair. The Moon is windy and phlegmatic, has a round body, auspicious looks, sweet speech, is fickle-minded and lustful. Mars has blood-red eyes, is fickle-minded, liberal, angry, and has a thin physique. Mercury has an attractive physique, is witty, fond of jokes, and a mix of all humors. Jupiter has a large body, tawny hair and eyes, is intelligent and learned. Venus is charming, has a splendorous physique, beautiful eyes, is poetic, and has curly hair. Saturn has an emaciated physique, tawny eyes, big teeth, is lazy, and has coarse hair. Rahu and Ketu have a smoky appearance, blue mixed physique, are intelligent, and reside in forests. The planets are associated with various other aspects of life, such as primary ingredients, sapta dhatus. The Sun governs bones, the Moon governs blood, Mars governs marrow, Mercury governs skin, Jupiter governs fat, Venus governs semen, and Saturn governs muscles. Planetary abodes. The Sun resides in the temple, the Moon in watery places, Mars in places of fire, Mercury in sport grounds, Jupiter in treasure houses, Venus in bedrooms, and Saturn in filthy grounds. Planetary periods. The Sun governs Ayana 6 months, the Moon governs Muhurta 48 minutes, Mars governs the day, Mercury governs Ritu 2 months, Jupiter governs the month, Venus governs the fortnight, and Saturn governs the year. Planetary tastes. The Sun is pungent, the Moon is saline, Mars is bitter, Mercury is mixed, Jupiter is sweet, Venus is aciduous, and Saturn is astringent. Planetary trees. The Sun governs strong trees, the Moon governs milky trees, Mars governs bitter trees, Mercury governs fruitless trees, Jupiter governs fruitful trees, and Venus governs floral plants. Planetary seasons. Venus governs Vasanta, spring, Mars governs Grishma, summer, the Moon governs Varsha, monsoon, Mercury governs Sharad, autumn, Jupiter governs Hemanta, winter, and Saturn governs Shishira, pre-vernal. Dhatu, Mula, and Jiva divisions. Rahu, Mars, Saturn, and the Moon govern Dhatu, metals. The Sun and Venus govern Mula, roots. Mercury, Jupiter, and Ketu govern Jiva, living beings. Planetary dignities. The signs of exaltation for the planets are the Sun in Aries, the Moon in Taurus, Mars in Capricorn, Mercury in Virgo, Jupiter in Cancer, Venus in Pisces, and Saturn in Libra. Planetary relationships. The planets have natural friendships and enmities based on their signs and rulerships. The upagrahas, or subplanets, are shadowy planets that are calculated based on the position of the Sun. They are Dhuma, Vyatipata, Parivesha, Chapa, Indradhanus, and Upakatu, Siki. Gulika and other temporal divisions are calculated based on the duration of day and night. They are Gulika, Kala, Mrityu, Yamagantaka, Ardha Prahara, and Pranapada. Pranapada is another temporal division that is calculated based on the time of birth and the position of the sun. I have now described the planets and their various characteristics. I hope this knowledge will help you in your study of astrology.